Forbidden Door is scheduled for Sunday, June the 28th at the SAP Center in San Jose, which is where SmackDown was this past Friday. And they got the announcement out today. And what's interesting here, this will be the 5th year in a row they have done Forbidden Door, and they're promoting this in conjunction with Stardom, New Japan, and CMLL. But this, presuming that they're not listing the start time here, but this looks like this will be an evening show, and this will be going head-to-head with TNA Slammiversary the same night in Boston, Massachusetts. So that will be an interesting head-to-head right there for TNA's next pay-per-view.
Certainly maybe add some fuel to like the speculation that, TNA may be upset about AEW running on Thursday. Maybe add fuel certainly to the idea that TNA may, for whatever reason, be upset at AEW. I have to think though, these sort of dates are probably set out way in advance, and maybe that was already considered prior to it. These things.
Do you think TNA knew about this in advance?
I don't. I would say it's hard for me to say, but I mean, from Carlos Silva's answer, doesn't seem like it. But again, who knows? Who may be aware? But I guess has this happened before? Like AEW running at the same time as the TNA pay-per-view?
Not that I can think of.
Yeah. So again, maybe coincidental, but at the same time, it's like, you can't really expect to play well with everybody when there are only so many weekends, and yeah, these sort of conflicts will come up. Now, I don't know, how does Leon Slater versus Ricochet, what should it affect the Ricochet versus Leon Slater? I don't think that really has anything to do with any of this, because I don't necessarily see, you're only punishing your audience. You're only making yourselves look bad by pulling Leon Slater from that match. So I still wouldn't have done it. To me, that doesn't seem justifiable.
And we have no concrete evidence that TNA was even aware this was coming. This could just be the fact that people, I understand they might jump to that conclusion. Now, we saw the reaction when AEW was put in this position. Now in this kind of head-to-head, they're more they are going to be the preferred show over many. If you are TNA, how do you react to this?
Have they already started selling tickets for June?
I think they have started selling tickets. I can double check that, but
how would I react? I don't think it makes sense.
There is going to be
Is it a TNA Plus show, or is it an actual pay-per-view?
No, this is a full pay-per-view. This is the Slammiversary show.
So one of their few major shows of the year. Do you run from the date? For business sake, maybe yeah, but I don't know if it'll make that big of a difference either way, personally. But I would say yes.
Well, they have the option. They could run in the afternoon. They could see if they could run the day before, or they just bite the bullet and say, hey, we've got a loyal audience. What will be interesting is
all of a sudden we've got a big announcement. AJ Styles will be coming out of retirement to wrestle on this show. The Undertaker will be showing up. They're going to load this thing up. You watch.
I mean, it'll be interesting if WWE puts any help into this, but I don't know if they would want to necessarily be loading this up against the show that is going to be a struggle up against one of AEW's bigger shows of the year, which Forbidden Door traditionally is. It is WrestleMania month at postwrestling.com. Wei Ting and John Pollock go live all WrestleMania week beginning Monday, April the 13th. Sign up for the Post Wrestling Cafe and you will get live shows all week long leading into our coverage that weekend of WrestleMania 42. This month, we're also bringing you reviews of Spring Break 2 from New Orleans in 2018 and a special Patrons Pick edition of Rewind Away. Sign up now at postwrestlingcafe.com, and this month, new subscribers get 50% off for the first month. Head on over to postwrestlingcafe.com.